The range is where the action is in the kitchen. It's where we whip together meals and perhaps discover our inner chef. But stylish ranges are a fairly recent trend. A couple of centuries ago, cooking was mainly done in cauldrons over fires. We've certainly developed a taste for something a lot more civilized. High-end ranges like this one are hot, and not just in the obvious way. They're an upmarket trend because cooking with one is an experience to savor. To make one of these double oven ranges, they start with a big sheet of galvanized steel. A machine flips it and feeds it to a press. The press folds the sheet twice to make walls for an oven, closing it around the framework. They position the oven bottom on the 3 walls. Automated welders fuse everything together. The back section goes on next. Those holes are for the oven fans. The oven shell gets a porcelain finish on the inside. And then they install elements on the bottom of the ovens. They place fans over those pre-cut holes. More heating elements run along the perimeter of the fans. They lower the oven and wrap it with synthetic insulation to keep it from scorching nearby cabinetry. Side panels cover the insulation and help support the oven structure. This piece of steel will reinforce the base of the range. They fasten several feet to it. The front ones have wheels, so the range can be moved without tearing up the floor. They cushion it with packing foam, flip it, and hoist the oven onto it, next to a smaller second oven that's part of this double oven range. Then they hook up the microprocessor board that controls everything from the fans to the timers on both ovens. They plug it in and test the wiring to make sure it all works. This is a dual fuel range. The burners are fired by gas. This electrical board will sense gas flow problems. They assemble the igniter boxes that produce the spark to ignite the gas-fueled burners. They mount the igniter box assemblies on the cooktop. They install the gas valves on the framework. And then slide connectors onto some gas lines and attach them to the valves. On this upscale cooktop, there are 2 gas lines for every knob, one for a low flame and the other for a high flame. They install the burners and porcelain drip pan. The cooktop is now ready to be lowered onto the ovens. This part will hold the knobs. It's called a bullnose, and it's a bit of a showpiece, so they grind and polish it to give it a gleaming finish with no sharp edges. For handling purposes, they protect it with plastic. This machine punches and bends the edges of panels so they can attach them to the sides of the range. At another station, they buff up doors for the ovens so they'll match the shiny bullnose. After all, presentation counts for a lot when you're making a meal. With the side panels and doors attached, all that's left are a few more finishing touches. And the final product is truly a feast for the eyes.